so much. First of all, I would like to introduce about the Parliament, little bit introduction about the Parliament and the system of the legislation which is being followed by the Parliament. As the Parliament is bicameral system and having the upper house which is known as the Senate and the lower house which is known as the National Assembly. The upper house Senate is all the legislative proposals can be initiated in the national in the Senate except the money bill, whereas in the National Assembly all the legislative proposals including money bill can also be initiated in the National Assembly. This is an organizational structure of the National Assembly. I would like to focus only to the extent of the National Assembly, the procedure to be followed and the daily business disposal procedure will be discussed over here. National Assembly consists of different organizational structures and branches. The most important is the legislation branch, then comes the committee branch, second comes the IR or PR branch, then administration branch, automation wing, library and research, and special initiative branch. As the current topic is relating to the legislation, hence I would like to confine only to the working and organization of the legislative branch of the National Assembly. Legislative branch consists of four main wings. Where one first of all is the legislation wing, second is the motion wing, then comes the national translation and auditor of the debates wing, and finally the question wing. The core concern of today's debate is the legislation wing. Hence, I will try to focus on the legislation wing of the legislation branch. Modes of the legislation in the National Assembly is by two methods. One is by government bill, which is introduced by, when the government or any ministry on behalf of the government introduce a bill. It is called and known as the government bill. When government desires to legislate upon any issue, it brings any legislative proposal before the House for its consideration. At the same time, then comes the second option before for the legislation is by private member bill. By private member bill is usually considered as a bill moved by any of the member of the parliament or the National Assembly which is not supposed to or backed up by the government. It is an idea originated in any individual member which he shares with the House for the legislative purposes. It is called as the private member bill. Working of the legislation branch, a quick view of that. Receipt of the notice along with bill. First step is the reception of the notice. When any bill is supposed to be introduced before the House or before the National Assembly, either it is a government bill or it is a private member bill, a written notice along with the draft proposal bill is presented before the branch legislation branch for its further processing. Then the branch goes on for the second option for if after completion of the 10 days notice time, bill is printed into 500 copies each. Then it is placed on the agenda of the House for the introduction on the House. After before introduction and after introduction at both stages, it is to be gazetted and notified in the official gazette of the Pakistan. And if the bill is stands introduced and permission is granted by consensus of the House, the bill stand referred to the concerned standing committee. Then comes the deliberations before the committee. The bill is considered by the committee to which it is referred, and committee after detailed deliberations either for the approval of the bill or for the rejection of the bill submitted its report before the House. Then the report is laid once again gazetted and laid before the House. Again is placed before the House for the passage. If passed by the House, then it is referred to the other house, meaning that by if it is passed at initial stage, it is introduced in the National Assembly, then it is referred to the Senate, and at the same time, if the bill is introduced in the Senate, it is transmitted to the National Assembly for further proceedings on the bill. Then procedure before the standing committee, a quick review of that. Initially, the first meeting of the standing committee is called on any legislative proposals and comments are sought from the concerned ministry. Then the member, in case of the private member bill, the member is invited to attend the meeting and justification or need of the bill is required from the ministry in case of the government bill, and in case of the private member bill, the concerned member used to attend and is requested to attend the proceedings of the committee and justify his proposal in the form of the bill. Preparation, oblique translation, oblique printing of the reports of the committee, the whatever the decision committee may reach, then it is to be again put for the translation, because a bilingual system is prevailing in the National Assembly. National language is English, official language, national language is Urdu, whereas the official language in which the business of the house is conducted is English. That's why majority of the members demanded that the bill or the draft proposal should be in their national language, both in the translation and printing. After all that procedure, the reports are presented before the house, and then finally the decision of the house is consensus and voting by the house. Virtual meetings held by the National Assembly standing committees in last 2 years, which I got the data in 2020 during the pandemic era. I think so. The meetings were conducted 43 meetings in 2020 and 2021. 148 meetings were virtually conducted by the House. Before pandemic, I would like to clear over here. There was no trend of the virtual meetings in the National Assembly of Pakistan. And as far as the National Assembly session during COVID pandemic is concerned, no virtual session was ever conducted by the National Assembly. Yearly analysis of the bill in 2019 legislative proposals were, and then in the 2020 it was bit increased, and finally 2021 legislation is being increased day by day, but the procedure for the legislation is still the same. Use of digital technology, coming to the point of the today's debate, where the digital technology is used and availability of the legislative data is concerned. Legislative history is available at the official website of the National Assembly. All the bills after its introduction are also placed on the website of the National Assembly. The bills which are passed by the House are also available. Even the daily debates of the House, orders of the day, meaning thereby the business of the House, which is to be conducted by the National Assembly, notices and the press releases of all committees and members' profiles. All these things are available on the this current website of the National Assembly. Now coming to the point of the role of the members of the parliament. Members of the parliament has to play its role at three different stages: at the time of the introduction of the bill, secondly during deliberations in the committee, and at the time of the passage of the bill by the House. At all these three stages, member has to justify his proposal or the draft legislation which he intends to introduce in the bill, and the justification for that. Then all demands of the members, what the members do expect from the secretarial support or the staff support to them, as there is bilingual system in the Parliament of the Pakistan. Hence, members of the Parliament demand provision of all documents in Urdu national language as well as in the English. Most of the members usually insist to provide them in hard copy on the pretext that they are not able to use the gadgets. Practically speaking, their excuse in view of the literacy rate of the Pakistan seems to be justified to some extent. In response to the demands, what the National Assembly has taken steps for on the base of artificial intelligence or on the base of technology. There are almost 38 standing committees. In addition to that, public accounts committees and number of the parliamentary committees currently working in the parliament. All sector committees have standing instruction to share the agenda for the meetings and the relevant briefs, oblique documents in soft copy at the WhatsApps, and in addition to that, provision of the same in the hard copy. SMS alerts of all the meetings of the National Assembly has also been forwarded to them. All the meetings which are scheduled or likely to be scheduled in near future are also shared to all the members through SMS. Provision of the free internet connectivity during the precincts of the parliament is provided to all the members and the staff members. Development of the software for all the branches of wings of the assembly as per their demands of need in the under process. However, the same facility is being used as a pilot project in the legislation branch, the question branch, motion branch, as well as for the preparation of the orders of the day. During COVID trend of the virtual meetings and the session was initiated, due to which all the committee rooms of the parliament has been equipped with audio-visual facility for the video link meetings. I would like to clarify over here that it was the first ever in the history of the parliament that the said facility was provided to the committee rooms. Notice of the meeting containing agenda for the meeting is always available on the official website of the National Assembly. Similarly, order of the day for the session as well as the dates for which session is adjourned is also uploaded at the website. All legislative business, including private member day, government bills, debates of the House, press releases about the meetings of the committee is also uploaded on the website of the House. Common challenging for starting digital journey. Governance system oblique cultural system. I would like to little bit explain to the governance system. Governance system is always in the democratic system. Everyone is well aware of the fact that democratic is the or meaning of the term democratic is the people chosen representatives. The people which are being chosen from the public are the representatives. And as the literacy rate and the use of the modern technology trend among the peoples of the country is so much low, which cannot be expected to choose some experts of these gadgets or the technologies. In addition to that, lack of the policy of the political world towards evening is a major challenge. Lack of the reliable digital access, cybersecurity, resource allocation, lack of the knowledge of the illiteracy, and poverty are the main challenges which I can point out quickly to challenges which are being faced towards the digital journey. Conclusion. As per my personal view, there are a lot of challenges in the way towards the digitalization. It will not only save the resources but also help in speed up of the disposal of the essential work. Digitalization is essential for competitiveness, representation, and incentive to increase the ability to play a more significant role in legislative business of the country. That's all.